In the last video, I explained you about how to configure a page with your Yoast SEO plugin and make it look much SEO friendly. So in this video, I'm going to tell you like how to configure the Yoast plugin itself. And you will see that when you see when the plugin is installed, you will see the Yoast plugin on the left hand side menu of WordPress. You will also notice that it has various other options like titles, meta, social, XML sitemaps, advanced tools, search console, and extensions. So I'm going to tell you each one pertains to what and how they are going to help you with your SEO activities. So coming on to the dashboard is generally, it describes about what is what and what's happening with your website and what are the other things. Some suggestions from Yoast as always. They also list out all the paid plugins and things like that. So first thing is just click on general. You will see like they provide a tour. You can learn more about this plugin here. You can also see what were the last changes which were done on the Yoast. And they also give you an option to restore to the default settings. So these are all pretty basic things. And then getting into much more details of it. So if you go into the details of it, you will see like what is your name. I mean, like what is your company name? What is that which has to come on your search results? So you can come type in your company name here, company name, and then you can also type in a company alternative name. Say for example, if this is going to be an iPhone selling company, and the company name is iPhone Sellers. You can also sell that we sell world class. We provide world. We can type in a small what do you say, like a small description about your business, or maybe keep it very short, maybe like five words or 6 words, and then make it look really get the attention of the people. It can also be SEO friendly. There is another option given as a company or a person in Yoast. So basically what happens is like, this gets displayed on the metadata when Google is trying to index your site. So this is basically done and intended to make sure that it appear on Google's knowledge graph. And this can be either like you can mention, if it's a corporate website, you can mention you're a company and you can give a company name, you can upload your company logo. And if it's going to be a person, you can just put in your name and just save it. So this enables Google to see who you are, who this website is about, what is the company of the name, and things like that. So this is how this particular area is utilized. Coming to the webmaster tools, you got to connect with each of these search engines, where they will show you how to connect to these webmaster tools. So what you got to do is you have to click on it. It will take you to the Bing. So I'm going to make another video on these particular things, and I'm going to explain you how all things work. So for now, once this is done, it will generate a key which you have to put on all these things. So what happens is like, all the feeds and all the results, all the webmaster details is displayed on your Yoast plugin, and it is also used to evaluate what are the best options you can do or best improvements you can do for your website. The other thing is about onepage.org. This is optional. I'm going to make a very detailed video on this. For now, let us keep it aside. Onepage.org is basically it's a huge SEO tool which really helps you to ascertain how your website is doing on the search engines and are they really performing well. So definitely expect another video from me on this. I'll explain you on all those aspects in my next video. Coming to the security, you can just this is the latest addition to Yoast plugin. So what happens is like, this allows no index post or maybe and canonical. Basically canonical is nothing but it says to the search engines that there is no duplicate content. So you got to keep that in mind, that okay. So this security settings is optional. If you want to do that, you want to hide some post and information which you doesn't want to display to uh, users, you can always remove that. So once this is enabled, this acts as a security setting for all your posts and pages. So coming to titles and meta tags, this plays a very key role in optimizing your website. So you got to set up like which is going to appear on the search engines. You got to set up. You can just click the different kinds of separators here. So all these options are given here. Just make sure that the readability analysis, this is very important, because you will come to know like whether the content which you are putting on your website makes any sense to the users as well as to the search engines. Search engines have really evolved in such a way that whatever content you have put, they want to know whether the reader is getting benefited out of the content which you are putting on your website. So a reasonable level of readability is always required to ensure that your website is really ranking well on search engines. So this is why Yoast has come up with something called readability analysis, and this option really is very helpful with understanding about your content, whether it's SEO friendly and it really makes any sense to the user and the search engines. And the keyword analysis, coming to the keyword analysis, this helps you to understand what are the different kinds of keyword suggestions it can really provide you. You can either keep it, or you don't want to keep it, you can just disable it. This gives you a fair idea about what are the keywords the particular page you're trying to optimize could be could do well on search engines. So remember to use these keywords. This option to ensure that it gets you some help. Going to the home page, you can just get on here to edit it directly from the page section. You might have edited you might have made your page section or a post section to be a home page. In that particular case, what you do is like you can just go there and edit the meta titles and things which as you did for the page section as I showed in my earlier video. And coming on to the next one is the post types. This plays a very key in all the SEO activity you do. So this says is like title, a page separator, and then the site name. So this gives you all the options of how the structure has to be for all the different areas your website has, like the portfolios you can enable, or you can just make it as no index. So for every different website, there'll be different requirements. So you can just choose the option which best suits you, and you can just enable and disable it. So Yoast has really done a good job with this. This really helps you in making it very easy and user friendly. Comes with the taxonomies and the archives and the other options which is available on the Yoast plugins, which is pretty much straightforward in understanding why they help and how they are very helpful in search engine optimization. And they have given the other option, social. So if you have your social accounts linked up here, whenever the search results are coming up on the searches, what happens is Google or Google, we just tend to tell Google or other search engines that this particular page is associated with this particular social profile. So what happens is like it gives you an ability to rank better that and increase the trust level. So so Google thinks like it's coming from a trusted resource, and so that is why this option has been given by Yoast. So here you have to just type in you can just type in facebook.com/ So it's going to be like you have to enter your URL here and just click save. So this is how it happens for Facebook, Twitter, and all other search engines. All other social media profiles. Sitemaps are really very important for any website. So coming on to sitemaps, just make sure you keep it enabled. You can just see your sitemap here. If you click here, it will open up a new link which will show the sitemap URL. And then you can see what is the number of sitemaps you can have per per sitemap. So there are also options to have multiple sitemaps, which I'm going to put on other different videos when I go into details of each and every features on Yoast. So this is the first thing. So you can just choose what kind of sitemaps which has to be really included on your sitemap. It can be user sitemap, post sitemap, what is the sitemaps to be excluded, what is the taxonomies to come. So all these options have been very well done on the Yoast plugin. You can just by a click of a button it gets enabled. So you just got to be sure like what you want to tell the search engines with the sitemap, and the search engines will come to know with this particular option like what they have to index and what they don't have to index. And there are some advanced options. This advanced options doesn't suit for everyone, but in some cases these are really helpful. So you can just this is a very good feature. You can either enable a breadcrumb or disable a breadcrumb. It depends on your requirement. So you can always go through different documentation and see if they are really required. Permalinks really play a very, very important role. So just make sure that you enable this particular option, because your URL structure plays really important on the search engine. As I said on the first video, where you will see I'm changing the slug and also the URL structure. So this is very important, so keep that in mind. Some other tools which Yoast are providing, these tools are a little bit helpful for the use for the SEO activity you're doing. So they are pretty much straightforward, nothing complicated. You can also import your, say for example, if you're redesigning your website and you're migrating from one theme to the next theme, or maybe one location to the other location, they have an import export plugin. So I'm going to explain all these things individually in my next video. I'm going to go in detail one by one. So for now, to give you an overview, I think this is very much explains what I'm trying to put forward. And coming to Search Console, you will see that this Search Console is nothing but it is getting connected to your Webmasters account, Google Webmasters account. So why this is because, you know, people think if there is not found pages, it doesn't really matter or hurts your search engine ranking. But please remember that your search engine rankings are really affected by not found pages drastically. If you have more than 10 not found pages, Google considers it to be not a user-friendly experience of the site. So remember that you really don't have not found pages. If you have not found pages, just use plugins like we have used some plugins here. So you can use those kind of plugins, which I'll explain on my few videos. It's called EPS Redirect. There are plenty of plugins out there. You can choose one of those plugins, install it, and then make sure it helps you in sorting out this redirect not found pages. So just connect this with your it's pretty simple. You just click on it, you'll get diverted to the Google Webmasters account. You got it authenticated. You'll get a video really helped you. Feel free to comment. Feel free to write, send your questions to info@cinfotecindia.com, or just visit our website and you will see. You just fill up an inquiry form and I'll be happy to get back to you. I hope this was helpful to you, and looking forward